Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm be doing a quick charting session, going over my trade from today, what I did right, what I did wrong, and how I can improve going forward. So yeah, going into the day, obviously we were very bullish. My targets from yesterday were met. Watched the charting session from last night. I did say I wanted to see this become buy side of the curve going into the morning. We were at this candle at the time, like right here. So these were my main targets. They were met. So once we did meet those, I was kind of hesitant on taking more longs. I wanted to see price still show me that it wants to displace through these highs and continue to go higher. So throughout the morning, I was very patient, very just kind of sitting on my hands for the most part. Didn't really take any trades until my first trade was at 10.50. I have that box marked out right there. You can see that's standard deviation of Asia's dealing range. It's a confluence I've been looking at adding in to my arsenal, I'll say. I'm just learning about it more and just starting to use it and incorporate it. You see here, it did aid me in my win today. So yeah, this trade, I took it because you see we were super bullish, and then we finally got a close below on the 5-minute, and on top of that, we were respecting Asia's dealing range. So that's when I was like, all right, we have a lot of generated sell side down here. We definitely can come and grab it. So that's when I zoomed in. And the reason why I didn't just initially take this 5-minute entry right here is because ES never closed below the 5-minute. ES didn't close below until this candle. So I was still hesitant on taking it, especially because we got an instant bullish reaction once we closed above. So I was just waiting a little bit more. I wanted to see some more structure here. So that's when I zoomed in. I zoomed into the 15-second. Noticed that we were starting to create lower highs, and we did have a market structure shift to the downside. So it made me somewhat more comfortable with taking shorts. And then once we did respect the bearish imbalance here, respect the volume imbalance, that's when I put on short, decently tight stop. I did end up adjusting my stop. I ended up moving into this high once we did get some displacement to the downside. Overall, was targeting this low right here because it lined up with the 15-minute bullish imbalance here. I'll show you guys that. And lined up with the 15-minute bullish imbalance, which was right here. As you can see, we instantly turned around off it. But yeah, that was my main target. So now let's get into, well, so that's the trade. Now I'm gonna tell you what I did right and what I did wrong. Obviously, what I did right, my bias, the trade, it worked out perfectly. Calling the rejection point to the tick. What I did incorrect though, I only closed half of my position at this low. Well, initially I closed half. I was in with 6 contracts. I closed 3. I ended up closing 1 more. You can see here. I closed 1 more. Closed 3. So I was 4 out of 6 contracts were closed. But in hindsight, I think I should have closed like more so than like 90% of my position, just because the higher time frame was still very bullish at the time. We were coming off of a higher time frame bullish imbalance. And even when you go to like 2 hour, 4 hour, anything above, we were still very bullish. So price didn't really give a reason for me to really leave many runners, or even have a reason to really target all these lows down here. Like obviously we definitely could have relatively equal lows, a lot of low resistance liquidity, but just based off of how bullish the higher time frame was, I really didn't have a reason for those to be my targets, and I really shouldn't have been trying to target all of those lows down there, leave that many runners. I'm not entirely mad because I did end up taking off an extra one once I did realize that, but I could have made, I'm not even gonna say that. I left some money on the table just because I was being slightly greedy, trying to aim for a lot lower when price didn't really say that it wanted to go much lower. That's basically it. I got stopped out right above break even, a little bit in profit, like 3-4 ticks. And you see price ended up rallying. So that's essentially my trade recap from today. Didn't take anything else just because that was really all I saw from today. Today we also have a lot of red folder news in the AM and in the PM. FOMC is at 2 p.m. So I honestly wasn't even anticipating on trading. I thought we were just going to kind of consolidate and slowly trend until then. But I ended up catching this small little move right here. So yeah, thank you for watching.